Hola amigos y bienvenidos a una presentación sobre los irregulares del pretérito en español. So as I already said in your lesson, you've had some experience previously, hopefully, with the regulars of the pretérito. And now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of the many common irregulares del pretérito. There are quite a few irregulars in the pretérito, but the good news is that they tend to come in groups or families, so you can approach your memorization that way. Bien? Bueno, entonces vamos a empezar con los irregulares del Entonces, lighting right into three of the most common ones, tener, venir, and decir. This, by the way, is a great time to review meanings of some of your most basic infinitives. Ones here like tener, venir, y decir, to have, to come, and to say or to tell. In the pretérito, here are the conjugations, and there's not a whole lot to say about this. We just have to start memorizing them. Así que, por ejemplo, tener en el pretérito, tuve, tuviste, tuvo, tuvimos, tuvisteis, tuvieron. And you see the common pattern going on here with venir and decir. There are no accents on irregulars in the pretérito, and that's special and very noteworthy because we do have accents on the regulars of the pretérito. With venir, to come, yo vine, tú viniste, él, ella, usted vino, nosotros vinimos, vosotros vinisteis, y ellos, ellas, ustedes vinieron. And finally, on this slide, decir, to say or to tell, yo dije, tú dijiste, él, ella, usted dijo, nosotros dijimos, vosotros dijisteis, ellos, ellas, ustedes dijeron. And I'd call your attention on dijeron to the fact that there's only one I. It's D-I-J and then just E-R-O-N. It's not I-E-R-O-N, which is a common error that I see. Bien, so that's your first family of ir. Siguiendo adelante, a few more, ¿verdad? We have poder, to be able, which is also the verb that means can. Poner, to put. Saber, to know, as in like knowing facts or information. And estar, which is to be when we're dealing with conditions and locations. Pude, pudiste, pudo, pudimos, pudisteis, pudieron. I always say that this is the verb that makes you think about pudding, that someone was able to make pudding. Poner, similar but difference, one letter difference. Puse, pusiste, puso, pusimos, pusisteis, pusieron. Saber in the pretérito, supe. This one makes me think about soup. Supe, supiste, supo, supimos, supisteis, supieron. Y por fin, estar en el pretérito, yo estuve, tú estuviste, él, ella, usted estuvo, nosotros estuvimos, vosotros estuvisteis, ellos, ellas, ustedes estuvieron. And I know for students that I had last semester, a lot of folks were starting to become familiar with these just out of the need to use them. A lot of people were sending me messages saying, hey, I think I'm not too sure about estar in the pretérito. Can you confirm it for me? And then a lot of you started looking them up and using them. So maybe some of these are a little bit of review, but if not, that's okay, because this is the perfect opportunity to start learning irregulares del pretérito. So two more that are a little bit different. Querer, which is to want or to love, by the way, and hacer, which is to make or to do. Querer en el pretérito, quise, quisiste, quiso, quisimos, quisisteis, quisieron. That one quiso, the he, she, you formal form, makes me think of the word for cheese, which is queso. So, if you like to have some fun, clase, and you wanted to express something like he wanted cheese, you're right, it would be quiso queso, Quiso queso. Bien, and then hacer in the pretérito, this is a really important one because we talk and write a lot about what we did or what someone else did. Hice, hiciste, hizo, and hizo is special because it gets a Z, and then hicimos, hicisteis, hicieron. Hice, hiciste, hizo, hicimos, hicisteis, hicieron. Así es. Let's see if I can erase that little mark out of there so you can see it clearly. Así es. Muy bien. Muy bien. Entonces, more forms to be aware of. Hopefully you're not having a heart attack yet. The good news about this, look at traer, conducir, and traducir. Look how much they all have in common with that he, histe, ho, himos, histes, heron kind of pattern going on. Traje, trajiste, trajo, trajimos, trajisteis, trajeron. Conduje, condujiste, condujo, condujimos, condujisteis, condujeron. I notice with conducir and traducir, a lot of native speakers forget that these are irregulars. So just like people make grammatical errors sometimes in English, the same thing happens with native speakers of Spanish. So if you're a native speaker, make sure you pay special attention to conducir and traducir. And then traducir in the pretérito being traduje, tradujiste, tradujo, tradujimos, tradujisteis, tradujeron. Siguiendo adelante, two more, but again, look how much they have in common. Dar in the pretérito to give, di, diste, dio, dimos, disteis, dieron, and ver, same thing, just starts with a different letter, vi, viste, vio, vimos, visteis, vieron. Así es. So again, approaching them and focusing on what they have in common and the groups or families in which I've presented them to you, I think for you. Una cosa más, just one more thing I wanted to show you. You know that I means there is or there are in the presente. So now that we're looking at preterite regulars, you should make sure you're aware that hubo is the preterite form of I. Hubo means there was or there were. We use it a good bit when we're dealing with hubo. There you go. Hubo in the pretérito. We use hubo a good bit when we're talking about things that happened or things that took place. So an example might be hubo una fiesta anoche. There was a party last night. A party took place last night. Así es, bien. So that's really all there is to it, clase, in terms of your irregulares del pretérito. There's not a ton that I can say, except here they are, ta-da! And we're going to start using them and practicing them, and you need to be memorizing them. One of the best ways to learn them and make them really solidify in your mind is to be using them. So as you're creating and as you're working, of course, I'll be giving you opportunities to use them. Your homework will give you opportunities to use them. And as you're doing your own individual practicing and studying, forcing yourself to use the irregulares is a really, really good strategy. If you have questions, let me know. Muchas gracias y hasta luego.